Okay, so sort of half tested this a little bit just to make sure it would start. So I've got a kind of beginner prompt here to say like, I'll make a website for Barber guy, hairdresser in Brisbane. So you can see over here I've put some icons, some stuff from Envato, logo, which I don't know, not sure what it's going to do because there's heaps of background around it, so I don't know if they'll go well or not. A bunch of photos and a video. It's just things I got off Envato elements, so I'll leave that all closed, and that's all in the Barber guy folder. So we'll use the prompt improver because why not? We'll probably do something a bit more creative that way, hopefully, because it will probably say to like build actually parts of a website instead of just assuming that I'm giving it all instructions. So let's see what a one-shot Barber website looks like. Seems fine. Yeah, okay. Alright. Is it going to put it in Barber folder? Yeah, okay. The only little criteria extra thing is delegate to Roo Commander, because I'm in prime coordinator mode and it does not know all the modes and it's not as like user friendly as Roo Commander, so I'll push the task off to Roo Commander and not deal with it itself. So prime coordinator is kind of like no nonsense mode. Doesn't have a lot of, excuse me, doesn't have much hand holding. Right. Project onboarding. It's going to send to the one-shot designer. Great. So it's gone from prime coordinator to Roo Commander, and then realised it's got a pretty good description, so it doesn't have to worry about the onboarding. And now it's on the one-shot designer, and this is Gemini, and a temperature of 1, so it should allow it to be a bit more creative than usual, whereas the other modes should be on the default 0. I suspect it doesn't actually look at the photos, it just uses them. So maybe an interesting test to be to tell it to have a look at the photos. Not sure if it can do that. I know I did this a long time ago, something similar with Claude Sonnet, and it actually built like a little page to show the photos on. It browsed to the page to look at the photos, and then it knew what the photos were. Which is very clever, but Gemini doesn't have that browsing feature. I don't know why they can't make it happen. You know, they've got the streaming feature in AI Studio, so I don't know. Some style sheets, that's a JavaScript. Hopefully it looks correct. Okay. Just grab a browser window and I'll show you. Okay, so that's what it made. So the videos in the background, like a big hero. Tiny logo, wasn't really appropriate. Menu bar's cool. There's a little effect on the button. And the nav works within the page. Neat Barber guy. Cool. Our services. pricing logos, well, they're not centered, and they also don't really suit the design, but that's not the fault of, it's the fault of me picking the logo, the icons, I guess. Gallery, does it click? No. Put a little roller effect, client theme, it's background image, I don't know if it shows it. It doesn't actually look at the pictures, so who knows. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll give it a pass for doing a decent job. I'm not actually sure. I have to look up what this XDG open thing is. It just opens another window. Okay, cool. Alright. Seems fine. So it's completed. Now, are we going to get sent correctly? I don't want to open it again. Okay. Really wants me to open that page, doesn't it? I'm not sure. I have to figure out what's going on there. Oh man, it wants me to open it every step of the way. It's like it's proof that it did. Good job. Okay, good job. Well, I had to look at it 4 times now. Okay, we've got 4 copies of the page open. I'm sure we could train that out of it. Alright, that's pretty cool. So, I'll pay that. Now let's try something that's slightly more difficult. So, I've got some different like icons, little logo for a home loan company. I'll just rename this home loan. What do you call it? Home leaf. Leaf. Some photos, icons, logo. So let me just get a prompt going. Hang on a sec. Okay, got a little prompt. So I want to make a modern one-page HTML CSS JavaScript website for Home Leaf, a home loan broker in Perth, Australia. I've got some photos in there, a logo, some icons. So plus I want a functional mortgage/home loan calculator as part of the home page, or just page, yes. That is the page for lead capture. Be as creative as impressive as you wish. And we'll use the prompt improver again, because why not? It's pretty good for this sort of thing, I guess. Pretty clear directions. That's interesting. Didn't actually document the task last time. I'll have to go back and look at our task documenting logic. Cool. Okay. So this time I'm just going to go straight to Roo Commander and just see how it goes with this prompt. Close the files because otherwise I'll read those into the context. Okay. And let's, as they say, send it and see. Send it and see. Come on. Okay. Project onboarding. Let's have a look at the file folders. It won't actually look at the photos, I don't think. Okay, so we've gone to general. I think our front-end developer, which is this mode is still on default temperature. Just checking the knowledge base. I don't think it'll find anything interesting. Okay, so because it's on temperature 0, I'm not expecting this to be as creative. It should end up being like more default looking, I guess, than if we were on a higher temperature. But it's okay. We're just here to see what happens. It's always a mystery. It's not always a mystery. I just don't always know how the prompts will be interpreted. But the thing that I guess is obvious is that I've asked for functionality, not just a design, so I think that's why it's decided to use the front-end developer and not the one-page designer. Right, okay, cool. So this is great. This is, I added in some logic about doing, like, recording what it's doing to Git. I don't think Git's actually initialized. This is it's probably going to panic about that, but anyway, let's just see what happens. Because I really want it to be able to do a bit more reliable sending things to Git by itself. So I think Git Manager is probably going to realize there is no Git initialized and probably do it itself. It might ask me to do it. That's cool. It's going to have another go. Run Git in it. Yep, cool. So it's recovered from that error. I think. Run command. I told her it can be pretty detailed with the Git comments, so I don't know exactly how much it's going to put in there, but that's fine. Okay. So if we go to website now already, this is going to be so boring. I wonder if it actually did the calculator. Let's find out in a minute. It's going to ask me to check it over and over again. Okay, so you can definitely see this was like 0 temperature effort because of how like plain the design is. But anyway, it's got the logo. Let's put the words in next to it, I guess, because the words weren't big enough. So that's interesting. Because I don't think those words were in. Those words weren't in the logo in the image. Right, so that's the logo. Okay, it's done some wording. Icons are centered. Nice. A bit of moving going on. Okay, I've got a form. Deposit. Interesting. It's a deposit this time. That's good. I did this once before. I didn't do the deposit. Calculator payments. Nice. It's pretty good. I pay that. It's pretty successful. This isn't going to send the messages anywhere, but that's okay. It's faked it. That's cool. Unquote, placeholder, contact. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it's on non-creative mode, but it got the calculator working, so that's pretty cool. I wonder if we can convince it to get One Page Designer to like jazz it up a bit. That'd be fun. I have to figure out how to stop it like asking me every step of the way to check it. I don't know. It's sort of built in to do that, I guess. Okay, cool. So let's just say it's looking really good. Calculator is functioning really well. Capture form just wish it was a bit more creative and visually interesting. Could you get the one-page web designer to improve style and content as much as it likes, as long as the calculator still functions. That's done. Alright, I'm not going to improve it, and Roo knows the page we just did, so let's have a go, see what it does. Okay. I hope Google get web browsing built into Gemini soon. I don't know why they can't. They've got that streaming feature in AI Studio. It'd be so good if it did. I don't know if I'll find anything particularly interesting in its KV. Oh yeah, I'm blending in there, that's why. Okay, so it's going to look at the index file, CSS. I'm going to look at the JavaScript, probably not. It's not supposed to be changing JavaScript. Okay. Lacks visual flair. I'll now redesign them, focusing on a modern, professional aesthetic for a Perth-based brokerage. Fine color palette. Blues, greens, sandy tones. Update typography. Strategic use of photos. Enhanced design. CSS animations. Responsiveness, etc. Okay, it's busy. Pretty fast. So this is running Gemini 2.5 EXP, so like the free version at temperature 1. So it's like as high a temperature as you probably would want something to be. It's busy. They're up to 600 lines of style sheet, I think. Yeah, 700. It's a cracker. 800 still going. Wow, it's like 900 lines of CSS. Something about Safari compatibility. Okay. Let's have a look and see what it did. Okay, so it's bounced back to Roo Commander, that's good. Let's to open page 2. See in a second. Let's open. Alright, so let's maintain the design, change colors. That goes down to the calculator. Don't do new icons. For those icons. Mine's done 4 instead of some better even number. Anyway, assume this calculator still works. Oh, interesting. Let's change this to a drop down. Oh, I did that. Did it move those fields around? It did. Okay. Is there any validation for the email? Yeah. Okay, so you put in like a little, at least the add symbol validation. That's cool. Interesting. Yeah, it's better than nothing. Little testimonial section. It's pretty cool. Contact. And seems fine. Like content's not ideal, but it works. Cool. It's pretty good. Happy with that. Okay. I reckon I've got one more test in me before I fall asleep. I don't know why it's not doing tasks. That's really concerning. Anyway, it has not recorded any tasks, which is very not correct. But I did it in the GitHub. I wonder if it's doing that instead of keeping track of it. Okay, I think I know what I've done there. Told it to use GitHub, and so it's forgotten to use its own tracking. Maybe. Alright, so let's make a folder. So screensaver. This had some interesting effect last time. So a one page HTML, CSS, JavaScript website, web page to be like a screensaver. And for the graphics, draw SVG files of trees, sky, grass, and try and make lots of colourful and creatively designed butterflies and have them flying about randomly on the page. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll do the improver, but I'm not sure. Oh, I don't want to build it. Build the page in the screensaver folder. So we'll do prompt improver just to see what it does. Could be good, might not be. So when I tried this last time, I had trouble with the SVG because SVGs don't render in VS Code, so we'll see if it gets stuck on that. That seems pretty cool. It's talking about how to make them different, 15 to 20 butterflies. Wow. Alright, see what happens. I don't know if it's going to work or it's going to fail. We will see. to do something to reinforce its task documenting, because it seems like it's forgotten all about that. Maybe too much context. Anyway, that's a problem for tomorrow to solve. So when I did this last time, because I couldn't get the SVG to load in VS Code, it ended up making them on the command line. Basically, like sending the code for a butterfly over and over again to the command line. Okay, so we're in One-Shot Designer, temperature 1, so that's pretty creative. And it's doing all the background design. Or is it going to do the butterflies too? I don't think it is. Okay, so it's going to have a go at doing everything. All literally in one file. Wow, okay. I don't know what it's going to look like. Okay, hang on, I'll share this. I don't see any butterflies yet. Where's my browsing? Looks cool. I'd like there to be trees, and importantly, I can't see any butterflies. I assumed there would be butterflies flying slowly around the page. Nice background. Clouds are good. Here's a screenshot so far. Okay. So, yeah, see if we can fix it. So I suspect this is going to be kind of a result of the One-Shot Web Designer doing everything. It's been annoying that the task tracking hasn't worked. Feels like a bit of a backward step to break that. That's okay, I'll figure it out tomorrow. It's a pretty big file. So it sent it to front-end developer. That's cool. Oh, so it did find that error, that G attribute thing. Yeah, that was what was in the console. Okay, I mean, if that's all it needs to do to fix it, that'll be cool. Let's get the page back over. So it looks like we've got butterflies. They're animated. We've got more trees. Very interesting. I did something else when I wasn't looking. Is it just like fixed it by adding more trees? Fascinating. Okay, so let's just have a look. Yep, it's definitely more trees. It even did some different colour ones. And butterflies. I wonder if we can make it do slower and bigger butterflies. cool. Could we slow the butterflies down a bit and make more of them and have some of them land on trees occasionally? I have no idea how feasible that is. That sounds really hard to do. I don't know what it's going to do. I want them bigger. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I feel like this could go wrong. Yeah. I think the landing on trees part's probably going to get fail, but who knows? It didn't hand it back up the chain. That's something that's very... Oh no, what's it doing? It's gone back to Roo Commander. I don't know that it's changed much at all, really. I mean, the butterflies are bigger. Some of the animation's weird, the wings are coming off the butterflies, but anyway. Take a go of it. Yeah. It's kind of stuffed up the wing animation a bit, but that's okay. It's had a good go. Yeah, interesting. Alright, that's enough. I need some sleep.